Alright, so back with another 2,000 point battle report. It's been a while, but I'm getting back to the game here. I am running Imperial Guard with a splash of Dark Angels versus Space Wolves with a splash of Imperial Guard. Right now they have first turn, but I'll go over the list real quick. I have a 40-man blob in the building here with 4 las cannons, a Commissar Lord with a Power Fist, and the Sergeants all have melta bombs. And then out in front I have another 40-man blob with Power Axes, melta guns, and also melta bombs, and a Dark Angel Librarian attached for prescience. I have 2 Griffin Siege Mortars, one there and one up front there, and then of course a Mana Core. And I'm trying out a squad of Rough Riders just for fun of it, and they're led by Magul Khmer. I used to use them in 5th edition a lot, but I haven't used them in 6th yet, but we'll see how they work. Then I have a Bastion up there with an Icarus Las Cannon. On top is a Company Command Squad Las Cannon, and then inside I actually have a 5-man tack squad with a Las Cannon from the Dark Angels there. In reserve I have 2 Vendettas, which I mistakenly walked off and forgot my flying stands at home, so they're going to be flying low today. And inside is a special weapon squad in each one with 2 melta guns and demolition charge. So that's my list. Over on the Space Wolf side, rather, we have 2 Long Fang squads up front behind an Aegis. A Icarus Las Cannon is actually standing as a quad gun. He doesn't have the quad gun for the defense line here right now. But this squad here on the right has a Rune Priest and Terminator armor attached back there, old school one in the little base. And then outflanking is that 30-man squad of guardsmen with a Wolf Priest attached with the Saga the Hunter to make the outflank. In the back, behind the building, you can't quite see him, is his platoon command squad. And then he also has 4 drop pods full of Grey Hunters in reserve, and a Vendetta for the guard. So that is the Space Wolves list right now. Space Wolves have turn 1. I'm going to try to seize the initiative and see what happens here. I get a 1, so definitely not. So back to Space Wolves turn 1 and it's night fighting. See what happens. Alright, after Space Wolves turn 1, 2 drop pods came in, 1 scattered. He tried to put it over in front of the guardsmen, but scattered back here. They only rolled 2 inches for his train dragging on top of the box. So that actually saved me a lot because those guys didn't really get to shoot at me too much. But this squad came in and fired in back there into my guardsmen and killed, I think, 12 of them. And then everything over there was all out of range because I deployed way back in my corner. So we'll be back on my turn and see if I can't get first blood out of this. Alright, the end of Imperial Guard turn 1, and it was a failure of a turn for the Imperial Guard. I did manage to kill a drop pod though, so I did get first blood there. But I moved up here to assault this squad behind there and ended up scattering onto myself with one of my Griffins and killing my guys up front, so I didn't make the assault there. My Rough Riders over here moved way up and then tried to charge that squad and lost a bunch to Overwatch, and so I didn't make that charge. And I don't think I only killed 4 Marines in the drop pod, so it was terrible. But we'll be back and see what they can do on turn 2. It's the end of Space Wolves turn 2, and it was pretty bloody. 2 squads here landed, plus all the Long Fangs back there, and fired into my Blob squad in the building and killed a ton of them, including all the las cannons that were up front. And then the squad that came out of that drop pod assaulted into my blob that was there and killed, I think, around 14 of them or so. In this squad moved up, got within 6 inches of my Bastion, shot it, and exploded it, so the Bastion's gone. Killed all but one of the tactical Marines that were inside there, so I think that's all. Oh wait, nope, and he got his squad of guard to come on, so that's his blob squad over there. But it outflanked on the wrong side for him, if I could talk. So luckily that came over there. That'd really probably be game right about now. But that's where we're at right now, and we'll back to see if I can retaliate from this massacre that's going on. Alright, so we're back at the end of Imperial Guard turn 2, and both of my Vendettas did not come on the board. They're both still off. I ended up just assaulting everything because he's right in my face and las guns don't do much. So I charged here. I'm down a whole bunch of guys, but he's only got like 6 left. I charged over there and actually won in combat. He's only got 3 guys left, but he broke and ran. And only ran like 3 inches, but he's a Marine, so he's going to rally and all that stuff. My Rough Riders made combat finally and wiped that squad. And I shot into this squad with my Griffins and just bounced off pretty much. My 2 junior officer squads, or platoon command squads, came on, one here and one over in the corner there, and just shot, that one shot into his blob, and this one helped shoot into this squad. Didn't do much. I think I killed 1 guardsman in the corner, and I killed 1 Marine over here. So that's where we're at right now, and we'll be back with Space Marine turn 3 and see if we get this window. Into Space Wolves turn 3, and it's getting pretty rough with the Imperial Guard over here. We're down to 3 Marines here, but I only have like 4 guardsmen and my Commissar Lord left. These 2 squads rapid fired into that blob that was up there, and only the Librarian and like a couple guys down there survived. I looked outside a bunch and then just killed a whole bunch of dudes. Only have 4 Rough Riders left, but they're kind of useless. They've already used their lances up. That is his stand-in Vendetta, because he doesn't have a Vendetta yet, and his flying waist is broken. So it fired in and put a hull point on my Griffin here and made it so it can't shoot this turn. And then over here, these guys had to shoot backwards to kill the squad that was behind them. But that's what they're there for. So we're going on to my turn 3 and see if I can't get my Vendettas in and survive a quad gun. Alright, end of Imperial Guard turn 3, and I got both of my Vendettas on. I forgot my flying bases floor, so ignore the fact they're on the ground. This one here got intercepted by the quad gun and took 2 hull points and got a 3, so can't has to go straight forward anyway. And then both of them fired in, and actually the snap firing one immobilized his, which is just at base now, because it's going to go 18 inches straight forward and land on top of my Griffin, so it's going to wreck next turn. But he has Penal Legion inside, so he's going to try to do that deep strike out in there, doing the move thing. So we'll see if his Penal Legion survived the deep strike. Other than that, down here I only managed to kill 1, and he killed 2, so I have 2 guardsmen left and my Commissar Lord. I did blow the crap out of this squad. I used Malediction on him from my Librarian instead of the reroller saves, and shot him with a whole bunch of stuff, like my Griffin and my Manicore. They did not pin though, and they passed the leadership. I didn't touch the guys up top, and my Rough Riders or crack grenades wrecked that drop pod. So that's pretty awesome. I think that was it this turn. Oh, I killed one of his junior officers back there, one of his platoon command squad, on his objective with my Manicore. So we're back with Space Wolf's turn 4. Right, so the end of Space Wolf's turn 3, and he got revenge for me taking out his Vendetta. He blew up my left-hand Vendetta here, even though there's a snapfire. But the right-hand one is still just fine. These guys over here, I finally, my Commissar Lord finally finished off that Grey Hunter squad, and only got 1 guy with him left. The drop pods fired in and killed most of my platoon command squad. That is a lone surviving guardsman that was inside that Vendetta. He broke and ran those, so he needs Snake Eyes to rally. And other than that, I finally lost my Librarian and 2 last sergeants. They're up in the center there. So they are currently holding that objective and are holding an objective in the building. I don't think I mentioned they were playing Crusade. There's an objective over there in the middle of that building. There's an objective right there, and there's an objective right there. And right now, Space Wolves have 2, and I'm kind of around this one, but I don't actually have it yet. But it's only turn 4, so we'll see what happens. Alright, it's the end of Imperial Guard turn 4, and it was finally a decent turn for us. My Commissar Lord has melted bomb, assaulted in, and blew up that drop pod. Killed one of his own guys in an explosion, but that's okay. I have a guy cowering down here, waiting late in the game to maybe take that objective. My Rough Riders, all 4 of them, without their lances, they already used their lances earlier, assaulted in and actually killed 3 Marines and 1 combat there, so that worked out well. And I have that, my sergeant's actually a special character, Magoo Khmer, so that's why they're doing so well, because I get the Fierce Charge and the Rage and all that. Other than that, I just fired in a bunch and killed that squad that's on top. There's 1 guy left. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. He's falling back. He's running back there. The Vendetta fired in, and the Griffins fired into him. And then my Manicore's final shot fired over here, where it probably should have been shooting the entire time, and killed like 20 dudes, because they landed right in the middle with 3 shots. All those guys are dead now. There's only like 11 guys left. But they have a Wolf Priest in there, so they're fearless. So that's good for them. But we're back with turn 5 from Space Wolves. So as expected, my Vendetta got blown up. The quad gun shot it down, shot it in the back. I knew it was going to happen, but I had to take out that squad that was over there. The squad that was inside all got blown up. The drop pod finished off. The last guy lived to explosion. So I have a whole like 3 scoring bodies left on the board. No, 2 scoring bodies left on the board. I have a lone sergeant here and a single lone tactical Marine there. That's it. But he has a Marine back there that's scoring, and he also has this little squad coming up here. So if it ends this turn, I'll get it because I'll grab this objective and that objective. If it goes on to 6, he's going to make it there with this squad. So bad for me. His squad over there, or his guy tried to assault my Griffin and failed the assault, only made 4 inches. But all of his missiles on the right-hand side there fired in and killed the rest of my squad off my Commissar was with, but luckily he made his 5-up invulnerable save to survive. And that's it. So we're back on turn 5 with a Imperial Guard turn 4, or turn 5 rather, and pretty much nothing happened. I think I killed 4 or 5 guardsmen with my Griffins, and I killed that drop pod with the last cannon from my company command squad back here who's just hanging out. Other than that, my Rough Riders made a charge over there and did like 4 wounds to that Marine and took 1 back, but he made all of his saves. So I took a single wound on Khmer, who has 2 wounds, so he's still good to go. And I hold this objective and that objective. So it ends right now, I'll win. If not, this little blob squad's going to make it to my objective here. So here we go. We're going to roll, see if it goes on. It's a 2. It does end. I pull out a sneak victory because I'm a cheater. Good game. All right, thanks for watching.